right there. If not, just type in at CollectCallFrom. All rise. Hey, listen to the time and day they're gonna say. So like that, for those of you that don't think this is like real and this is pre-recorded, you're gonna hear it right here first. The judge is gonna say what time it is. I work at the federal prisons and walk crazy stuff. I could imagine TikTok T, the last 48. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I just the girl with the man, poor girl. Did you repost it? Let me move my let me move this up a little bit here.
This is the time set for the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar for January 27th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA samples and fingerprints made on the 1st of this month will apply to all matters on this calendar. I'm going to be calling each of you up to the podium one by one. Well, I will ask you for your first and last name, your date of birth. I will then tell you what you are here for, whether or not an attorney has been appointed to you, what your upcoming court dates are, what your bond is if you are eligible for bond, and what your release conditions are. Some of you may have questions. Will you please hold your questions until I finish advising you of all of these things. So at this time, I will call Sarah Campos Garcia to the podium, and Ryan Yazzie, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Hello, ma'am. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Sarah Campos, 12/10/79.
You are here because you have a warrant for failing to appear for a court date, and then you have a new case by virtue of a grand jury warrant. So I'll first advise you on your warrant. A warrant was issued when you failed to appear for a hearing. You were already appointed an attorney in that matter. You will have a status conference hearing on February 6th at 8:30. That warrant had a secured appearance bond in the amount of $7,500. The grand jury warrant charged you with unlawful use of means of transportation, a Class 5 felony, alleged to have occurred on October 1st of 2023. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in that matter. You will have an arraignment hearing on February 4th at 8:30. At the time that the alleged offense for this matter occurred, you were on felony release. So by statute, you are not eligible for bond today. I did set an evidentiary hearing for you for February 4th at 1:30 to address that issue.
Okay.
And so I will caution you from attempting to pay bond in the other matter until you figure out what's going on in the new case.
So don't pay it until?
Because you still are being held without bond on the other.
Okay.
Okay, so just wait until you figure out what's going on with that one.
Okay.
But if at some point in time it turns out that you are eligible for bond on all your cases, you do need to make sure that you appear for your court dates. If you fail to appear for your court dates, any bond posted would be forfeited, another warrant would be issued, and you'd be subject to bond again.
Okay.
So that takes care of everything that we can do here this evening. If you will step to your left, the officer will give you a paperwork.
So, Rain, to answer your question, yeah, I did stream the parole board
Mr.
hearings today.
Yazzie, if you will please come to the podium, and Mr. Oleiro, if you will please have a seat in the chair.
But I didn't make any comments, so it's a stream but without me.
Oh, sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Ryan Yazzie, 8/31/83.
You are here today because you have a new case. You were charged with one count of aggravated assault, a Class 2 felony, and one count of preventing or interfering with using the telephone to contact emergency services, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to both counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You will have a status conference hearing on February 3rd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 5th at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $10,000. If you are able to post bond, you will be released to pretrial services with an ankle monitor, where you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. You cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victims. You cannot possess any weapons. If there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment that have been issued, you must obey the terms of those orders. You may not have any contact with the victim for any reason, even if they contact you first. You also may not reside at the same location as the alleged victim, even if you are the owner or renter of the residence. You are permitted one civil standby with law enforcement to help you collect your essential belongings. You are also cautioned that if you fail to comply with the no contact with the victim order in this case, you could be charged with aggravated harassment, which is a Class 6 felony. That takes care of everything that we can do here today. If you will step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Hey, so the reason the person sits on the chair is because so like that they know their
Mr.
next.
Olebro, if you will please come to the podium, and Valerie Cervantes, if you will please have a seat in the chair.
So they're just playing musical chairs right there. One gets up, the other one goes up.
Hello, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Isaiah Olero, 0511-2000.
You are here on a new case, and you were charged with one count of burglary in the first degree, a Class 2 felony, another count of burglary in the first degree, a Class 2 felony, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or instrument, a Class 3 felony, and disorderly conduct with a weapon or instrument, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause as to all of those counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 3rd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 5th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. If you are able to post bond, you'll be released to pretrial services with electronic monitoring. You cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime, initiate any contact with the alleged victim, and you cannot have any contact with your co-defendant. If you are able to post bond, it is important that you attend your court dates. If you fail to appear for your court dates, any bond posted would be forfeited. Another warrant would be issued for your arrest and you'd be subject to bond again. So that takes care of everything that we can do here today. If you will step to your left, the officer will hand you your paperwork.
Am I able to get a bondsman for tonight or no?
They have the information back there regarding bail bondsmen, so you can contact them and see.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
I'm gonna have to give him a 3 stars.
Ms. Cervantes, if you will please come to the podium.
On the GTO
and
Richter
Mr.
scale.
If you will please have a seat in the chair.
2 stars short of a 5 star.
Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Valerie Cervantes, April 8, 1998.
You were here because you have a warrant out of Apache County. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You will have an arraignment hearing on January 30th at 8:30, and your warrant had a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. If you are able to post bond, you need to attend your hearing. If you fail to attend your hearing, another warrant will be issued for your arrest and bond will be imposed again.
I have a question. I have this paper here that says, does my warrant say if it's for missing court?
Your warrant says that it is for larceny, a charge of larceny.
Grand theft larceny?
That's what the warrant says. It just says, I don't have grand theft, we just have larceny.
Is it for Pinal County?
GTL.
Patterson?
Grand theft. Larceny.
So, because it says right here that unless I prove that
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the
Next.
warrant attached to this. It's not her. It's a different name.
This is unless...
So, hold on, ma'am. So, I just noticed an error in this, so I'm going to have you go back. We're going to try to sort this out. I'll call you back when we know what's going on, okay?
What?
Okay, thank you.
Error? What do you mean?
The warrant in here is for
You're supposed to be ready. You're supposed to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. What up with that?
What I was
Ma'am, you're
looking
not
for,
getting out
because we have a
next.
case number, it looks like for here,
Poor girl.
but the warrant was not attached.
The next court is gonna be at in 2 hours and 51 minutes, 10 p.m. California time, Pacific Standard Time. It's nasty in there, writes Martin. It's nasty, nasty smell. Hey, woo! Road trip, Scotty. Highly
Mr.
appreciate
Ganu, if
that.
you'll please come
Making
into the
it
courtroom.
rain. Man, oh man, now I know what it feels like being a worker at the strip joint, or an exotic dancer, as one who likes to be called nowadays.
Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
John Edgar, 1974.
Thank you. You were here because the warrant that we were discussing is actually your warrant.
Can you speak a little louder, please, ma'am?
The warrant, do you need assistance with because we have something that'll help you hear if you have trouble hearing?
Yeah, I'm half deaf.
Can we get him the hearing device?
Get him something, a miracle. Vicky, thank you for the follow. Andrea, I'm glad I made you laugh. And Andrew,
Can you hand him the hearing
thank you
device?
for sharing the live. Trouble hearing. Dang. Hey, that's what happens when you play your music when you're young. The hearing doesn't come back. Terminator. Selective hearing. I wouldn't want to hear her either. What? What did you say? Come again? Hey, what's up, Rosie? Thank you for the share.
Okay, sir, you were here because you have a warrant out of Apache County. Are you able to hear me okay now?
What's that?
Are you able to hear me better?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a warrant out of Apache County. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You have an arraignment hearing on January 30th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. If you are able to post bond, it is important that you appear for your hearing. Any bond posted will be forfeited. Another warrant would be issued for your arrest, and you'd be subject to bond again. That takes care of everything that we are here for today. If you will step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Is there any way I can get a PR bond?
This is not my warrant. This is out of, I have to just affirm the warrant.
All right. Thank you.
Mr. Bills, if you will please come to the podium.
Next up on The Price is Wrong. What kind of charges is he going to have? I don't know, but we're about to find out. If you guys want to guess.
Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Alex Bills, 11591.
You are here on 3 matters, all involving a violation of probation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. I have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on February 3rd at 8:30. On one of your violations, you have a secured appearance bond of $550. The other one is $1,250, and the last one is $550. So your total secured appearance bond is, I think it's $2250 between all 3 of your cases. If you are able to post bond, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Make sure you appear for your court dates. If you fail to appear, any bond posted would be forfeited. A warrant would be issued for your arrest, and you'd be subject to bond again.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
He's not out. He's a frequent flyer. He knows what time it is.
Mr. Rojas, if you will please come to the podium. And Ms. DeLuca, if you will have a seat in the chair.
Damn, he came on.
Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
This is Vicente Rojas, 0107-1998.
Thank you. You are here today for a violation of probation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a probation revocation and possible disposition hearing on February 3rd at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. If you are able to post bond, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Make sure you attend your hearing. If you fail to attend your hearing, any bond posted will be forfeited. Another warrant would be issued for your arrest, and you would be subject to bond again. So that takes care of everything that we can do here this evening. If you will step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you.
I have to rearrange some stuff. So you
Mr. Womack, will you please come to the podium?
So
and Ms. Martin, if you will please have a seat in the chair.
So you guys can see the shower shoes right there.
Vicky DeLucia? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to skip over her. Ms. DeLucia, I'm so sorry. Mm-hmm. Mr. Womack, if you'll have a seat in the chair, thank you. Can you please state your first and last name and your
Vicky
date of birth?
DeLuca, 10791.
You were here because a warrant was issued when you failed to appear for a court date. An attorney was already appointed to you in this matter. You will have a status conference hearing on February 3rd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 5th at 8:30. Are you in DOC custody?
I came from Pima County, but they dropped the charges, so I don't.
The audio went out. Come on, man. What's up with you guys over there at Maricopa County messing up the audio and all of that? Yeah, I'm not sure why it went out, but hopefully it comes back in right now. It just went silent. You guys can hear me, right? I see my my voice meter moving over here, so I'm not sure what's going on over there. That is weird. Yeah, what's up with you guys over here? Let me check. Yeah, the volume is on. Yeah, they turned up the mic. Oh, yeah, they turned up the microphone for some reason. Oh, I don't know. Well, I guess I gotta entertain you now since the microphone went out. Where is everybody tuning in from today? If you guys don't mind sharing, is everybody from the U.S. or do we got people from outside the U.S.? I'm curious to know. Tell her turn it on. I can't hear her. She better get us that listening device. We got West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, Colorado, Tucson, California, AZ, MA, AZ, Ontario, Canada, Iowa, Boston, Phoenix, East Side, Los Angeles, Duarte, California, the UK, woo, Pittsburgh. I'm not sure what the hell's going on. I'm gonna refresh the screen to make sure it's not something over here on this side with this screen here, cause man, we're missing out on the goodness over here. Let me see here. Let me see. The volume is all the way up. Yep, it's all the way up. Let me see here. Close it really quick. Let me see. Open it back up. See if that fixes the issue. I'm pretty sure it's on their side the issue. Yup. It didn't come back. Let me see right here. We got Chris coming in from the TDCJ. That's right. The Texas Department of. Hold on. Is that the Texas Department of Corrections, right? Let me see. It's on their end. Yeah, I'm 30 minutes away from Pittsburgh. Damn it. We got Minnesota represent Priscilla La Vida, California. We got Sacktown. We got Florida, Arizona, VA, Yuma, Arizona, Denver, Colorado, the UK, the United Kingdom. I've been out there once or twice. Pittsburgh. All right. Got Louisiana. That's right. Ohio, Phoenix, East Side. Let me get this down. Tucson, Arizona. Oh, yeah. Hey, thank you for that road trip right there. I got something on the screen, but I don't know what it is. But thank you. Highly appreciate it. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell's going on with this audio. Nothing's coming in on my end. You know what? They messed it up. I'm going to double check if it is. I'm going to play something else. Check if the sound comes through. If the sound does come through, then it means that it's them over there. I'm opening up one of my videos from earlier on to check if we could hear the audio. Oh, man, I was on fire too. How dare they? They straight threw a wrench in me right now. North Carolina. They charge $2.99 a subscription. They muted all of us. They just said that's enough. Imagine the judges over there watching us and reading the comments. Like what? Like what's really going on? Let me see here. All right, so yeah, it's their audio. I just played a video. You guys were able to hear that right now, right? And that was judges be on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's their audio. I don't know what they did to it. Damn, and I wanted to hear this girl. What the? You remember this was the girl that there was an issue with her thing. So she was like, hold up. Let me see. Yeah, she turned. Hey, thank you. Highly appreciate that corazón right there. Priscilla La Vida. Gracias a ti. Damn, judge. Yup. I want to know too, man. I'm too invested in that right now to back away. I'm hoping they turn it back on. They figure out that there's an issue. Oh, man. What are they telling her? Are they telling her she could go home? It was a mistake. I was looking at the wrong case. Hello, judge, unmute us. Let us in. Let us back in. Messing everything all up over here. How dare you? Why she gotta do us like that? I think she didn't like when we were talking about her cough. That she's sick. That she's spreading all the germs around the whole court system. Hello, judge, unmute us. What if it's for her protection or it wouldn't be? It just because, they weren't even like, I mean, I would understand if it was for the protection of the other person, but for this individual, I mean, it's already, we're already in a different one. And plus, I've heard some pretty way out cases here. I mean, look at the girl with the 5 dogs. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't protect that girl's identity, why would they protect this one's? Right? How many of you have seen the video of the 5 dogs? Hey, Roxanne, thank you for the follow. Heidi, appreciate it. Oh, I see. I'm calling the judge me. I got to see that. It's like I think like the second or third video that I posted up. Hey, check it out. You also got to check out the hobo. I did. Skull Pirate. Hey, what did you think about it? What did you... That's nuts, right? Hey, I couldn't believe it. Man, I definitely wasn't ready for that. For what I heard on that video there, and they didn't give too many details, so my imagination was running wild. The stream on the other end is muted. Now right? Yeah, that's what I figured. Yep. Yeah. They muted it over there. I don't know why, but I guess it's just me then. You guys got me. Crazy. When I do, I'm gonna say I have a collect call from. That's nuts. Yeah. Let me see. She's a creator, maybe. She's like, man, I'm gonna take this guy's thunder, man. He's doing too much. I'm gonna stop him while he's muy caliente. He's on fire. Go to a different. There is no different court. This is it. This is it right here. I don't know. Like I've been looking for other courts in Arizona that stream like the way Maricopa does. I haven't been able to find any. If you guys know of any other courts that stream like all day long, like the schedule that Maricopa has, shoot it through. What is it? Send me a DM. Laughing out loud on TikTok. Go to. I wish. Yeah. There is no other. I haven't been able to find any other videos. Just here, right? 5 dogs was crazy. Yeah. Is what I meant on the TikTok. She got caught. Damn. Anyhow. Damn, man. Look at the face. She's asking, they're talking. And she's like, wait, what? But I didn't do nothing. That wasn't me. And the judge is like, young lady, you walk away. You walk out of here. Or you're going to regret it. I'm going to hold you in contempt of court. But ma'am, I didn't do it. It's not me. It wasn't me. Oh, fine. I'm gonna get out of here. All right, so I guess I gotta start adding my twist to it here. They ruined it. They definitely did. What if you do another city? I don't know any other cities. I mean, if I knew any other cities, then I'll be more than happy to jump on it right now. But Arizona, I'm telling you, it's 24/7, all day, every day. Hello, judge, wrong charge. Damn. You see, do San Diego or LA? San Diego or LA, they don't do live streamings of their course like they do. I'll tag you. She's big on here. Okay, shoot it. Send it on over. That's weird because oh, what the hell? I heard that. Oh, there he is.
Mr. Bahati, if you will please come into the courtroom, and Mr. Walker, if you will please have a seat in the chair.
Damn, why did she mute it? Now I'm really my little wheels
Sir,
are my little light bulb's going off right now.
And your date of birth.
Ajit Bahati.
And what's your date of birth?
May 1st, 2003.
Thank you. You are here for a probation violation.
Send it.
I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on February 3rd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. If you are able to post bond, you do need to contact your probation officer. You need to make sure that you appear for your court date. If you fail to appear for your court date, any bond posted would be forfeited. Another warrant would be issued for your arrest, and another bond would be imposed. So that takes care of everything that we have to do here this evening. If you will step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you. I have a question on this one. have to go to North County or Port, but it says St. Louis. Did we not attach the right one?
I'm checking on Ohio right now. Ohio doesn't run their parole board hearings that often. I'm checking, and sometimes their website's down. I know there's supposed to be one sometime next month, but yeah, their website's not working right now.
Do I have to like sign the order again?
So I'm gonna have to.
I can repeat it again. Okay, well, just let me know when you're ready. Okay, Mr. Walker, can you please come into the courtroom? Mr. Walker, will you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Curtis Walker, 6/21/82.
You are here because you have 2 violations of probation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in both matters. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on February 3rd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250 in one matter and $350 in the other, or $300 in the other. So your total secured appearance is $550. If you're able to post bond, you need to make sure you contact your probation officer that you appear for your court date. If you fail to appear for your court date, any bond posted will be forfeited, a warrant will be issued for your arrest, and more bond will be imposed. That takes care of everything that we can do here today. So if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Verdugo, okay, so Ms. Verdugo, if you will please come into the courtroom. Do you have to open it back up?
Yeah, I have to. It's not ready.
Okay. Ms. Verdugo, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Stephanie Verdugo, April 24, 2000.
You are here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a dangerous drug, a class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony. I did find probable cause as to both counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 11th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 13th at 8:30. I'm inclined to release you to pretrial services without bond. You do have to promise to appear for those court dates. Do you promise to appear?
Yes.
So if you fail to comply with your release conditions or you fail to appear for your court dates, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and bond would likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you. Mr. Kendrick, will you please come into the courtroom? And Ms. Gallegos, will you please have a seat in the chair?
I hate the ads too, Casey. I definitely feel your pain.
Mr. Kendrick, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Trenton Kendrick, 03/21/2000.
You are here on a new case. You were charged with 2 counts of burglary in the first degree, class 2 felony. I did find probable causes to those counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 11th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 13th at 8:30. I'm inclined to release you to pretrial services with electronic monitoring. You cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime, initiate any contact with the alleged victim, and you cannot have any contact with the co-defendant. You do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear?
Yeah, what day did you say it was again?
February 11th for your status conference hearing and February 13th for your preliminary hearing. The paperwork will be given to you. So you do promise to appear?
Yeah.
Please be advised that if you fail to comply with your release conditions or you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yep.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Is Harris County, is that in Texas? It's not Judge. It's not that guy with the funny bow tie that he was wearing.
Ms. Gallegos, will you please
Fletcher,
come
right?
into the courtroom? And Mr. Chafal, if you'll please have a seat in the chair. Hi, Ms. Gallegos, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Tiffany Gallegos, 7688.
You were here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a class 4 felony. I did find probable cause to that count. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You do have a status conference hearing on February 11th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 13th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you to pretrial services. At this time, do you promise to appear for your court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Nice
You do need to
wig.
contact your probation officer within 72 hours. If you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you will step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Thank you.
Mr. Tufal, if you will please come into the courtroom, and Ms. Flores, if you will please have a seat in the chair.
Hey, Tita, thank you for the share. Highly appreciate it.
The chair.
What the what?
The podium, you just walk past the podium.
Sorry.
Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Max Teufel,
What's your date of birth?
August 1st, 1983.
You were here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespass, a class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to both counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 11th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 13th at 8:30. I'm inclined to release you on your own recognizance today.
Okay.
But you do have to promise to appear for those court dates. Do you promise to appear?
Yes, ma'am.
If you fail to appear, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Thank you.
Ms. Flores, will you please come into the courtroom? Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Yesenia Flores, 12/15/1988.
You were here because a direct complaint was filed where you were charged with 1 count of possession of a dangerous drug, a class 4 felony. The date of this alleged offense is May 31st of 2024. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 11th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 13th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance today, but you do have to promise to appear for this court date. Do you promise to appear?
Yes.
Please be advised that if you do not appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and you will be subject to bond. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is Arizona. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Kaylee. Highly appreciate that.
Is the interpreter able to hear the court?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh,
Thank you. Mr. Hernandez, will you please come to the podium?
I hope they didn't get the T-Mobile version today because those are the worst. I'm hoping for a good quality interpreter today. If not, then I could do the interpretations myself.
Mr. Interpreter, I need for you to start interpreting now.
Ahorita.
Okay.
Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Por favor, señor, indique su primer nombre, apellido, fecha de nacimiento.
José Luis Hernández,
Classic name.
3 de marzo de 1987.
He sounds Central American.
José Luis Hernández, March 3, 1987.
Perdón.
That was
9 de
sorry.
marzo de 1987. Estoy
March 9th.
Estoy mal. Ahí aparece.
Este maje, he
He
no
was
sabe
doing
su-
his
March
correct.
9, I'm sorry. Yeah.
he doesn't know his date of birth.
Lo siento.
He needs to wake up.
So, sir, you were here on a new
I'm
case.
sorry.
wish.
Usted estaba aquí, déjeme verificar. This is the interpreter. Could you please repeat the statement? I couldn't hear you.
You are here today on a new case.
¿Está usted aquí por un nuevo caso?
Mire, la gran
You were
puta.
charged with 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a class 4 felony.
Wrong alias.
Bueno, está aquí por cargo de posesión de arma por una persona prohibida. Esto es un delito grave de clase 4.
Mire, idiota.
Entiendo.
I
Usted lo
did
agarraron
find
con una...
probable cause as to that offense.
Lo agarraron con un pum, pum.
Bueno, más que todo causa probable en cuanto a este delito.
I appointed an attorney to represent you in this matter.
Asimismo, designé un abogado que lo represente con este asunto.
Asunto.
You have a status conference hearing on February 11th at 8:30.
Con esta babosada.
Usted tiene una audiencia de conferencia sobre el estado del caso 11 de febrero a las 8:30.
And you have a preliminary hearing on February 13th at 8:30.
Sin embargo, cuando la fiscalía lo deja salir
Y
de
tiene
aquí,
una audiencia preliminar en febrero 13 a las 8:30.
I am going to release you to pretrial services.
oh, snap.
Voy a liberarle para que pueda pasar a los servicios previos al juicio.
You do have to promise to appear for those court dates. Do you promise to appear?
¿Usted promete presentarse a estas citas judiciales?
Sí, señora.
¿Promete presentarse?
Sí.
Sí.
He's got
Sí.
me gone.
Yes.
If you fail to comply with your release conditions or you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will be imposed. Do you understand?
Ahora, no presentarse a cumplir con las condiciones de liberación o no se presente a la fecha de su audiencia, se emitirá una orden de arresto y se le impondrá una fianza. ¿Usted comprende?
Comprendo.
Comprendo. ¿Me entiendes,
I
Méndez?
understand.
¿O te explico, Federico?
So if you will please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork, our hearing.
If I
We've
was
taken
that
care of
dude,
everything we need to do.
if I was that dude, because I'm gonna make an assumption here that he wasn't born here and he might.
Bueno, entonces
got here.
se estaría comenzando. A la izquierda, el oficial entregará la documentación. En lo que es nuestra audiencia, nos hemos ocupado de todo lo que teníamos que hacer ya esta noche.
What I would do is I'm gonna get out of there. I'm getting out of Dodge. I'm gonna hit the road, Jack. I'm out. Adios, amigos. See you wouldn't want to be.
Mr. Mendoza Sanchez, if you will please come into the courtroom.
I'm gone like the wind. I'm gonna be like the gingerbread man.
Señor Mendoza Sánchez, por favor, puede pasar a la sala.
I stick around for these federales.
Sir,
to
can you
deport
please
me?
state your
Hell
first and
no.
last name and your date of birth?
Señor, ¿podría indicar su primer nombre, apellido, fecha de nacimiento?
Ciro Mendoza Sánchez, 1993 del 9 de enero.
But that's just
Ciro Mendoza Sánchez,
Super
January 9, 1993.
Thank you for the follow.
You are here today on a new case.
¿Está usted aquí por un nuevo caso?
You were charged with one count of resisting arrest with risk of physical injury, a Class 6 felony.
He's going to prison.
Bueno, está aquí con un cargo de resistencia a arresto con riesgo de lesiones físicas.
One count of hit and run with damage
Hit and run too?
to a vehicle, a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Bueno, tuvo lo que es un incidente de atropello, fuga con daños a un vehículo, delito menor clase 1.
I did find probable cause as to that offense.
Y encontré causa probable a ese delito.
And sorry, to be clear, I found probable cause as to both offenses or charges.
Y pues encontré causa probable en cuanto a ambos delitos o bien a ambos cargos.
I did appoint an attorney to represent you.
Thank you for the follow, Richard.
He asignado a un abogado para que le represente.
You will have a status conference hearing on February 3rd at 8:30.
Usted va a tener una audiencia de conferencia sobre el estado en el caso el 3 de febrero a las 8:30.
And a preliminary hearing on February 5th at 8:30.
Va a tener una audiencia preliminar en febrero 5 a las 8:30.
You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000.
Usted tiene una fianza de comparecencia garantizada por un monto de $5,000.
Yeah, 5,000 macaroons.
If you are able to post bond,
¿puede usted pagar la fianza?
you must appear for your court dates.
Usted tiene que venir a la fecha de la corte judicial.
If you fail to appear for your court date, any bond posted will be forfeited.
Yeah, we are.
Usted, si no se presenta a la fecha, cualquier fianza que ha sido publicada va a perder su derecho a tal.
Yes, it is.
A warrant will be issued for your arrest.
Asimismo, si no se presenta, una orden de arresto se va a emitir.
And you will be subject to bond again.
Y se le estaría imputando una fianza de nuevo si no se presenta.
I would also like to note for the record that I did review the victim impact statement prior to the start of this hearing.
Sí o no.
Asimismo, me gustaría dejar constancia de que he revisado la declaración del impacto de la víctima antes del inicio de esta audiencia.
That takes care of everything that we can do this evening.
Eso es todo lo que tenía esta noche.
If you will please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Si da un paso a la izquierda, el oficial le va a entregar la documentación.
Thank you.
Mr. Interpreter, you may be excused.
Hey, if you guys could do me a favor, whenever I end the stream, if you guys could go to my account, my profile, and one video, if you could drop one comment on the video and forward it or repost
thank
it,
you.
I would really appreciate that to get me in the algorithm. Any help would highly be appreciated. And remember, sharing is caring. Send it to the ones you
Mr.
love.
Colorado, will you please come into the courtroom?
I don't want your money. Put your wallet away. I don't want any green dots.
Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
My name is Misael Colorado, January 23rd, 1986.
You were here because a grand jury charged you with the following.
Arizona. With the following what?
3 counts of sexual conduct with a minor. A Class 2 felony alleged to have occurred on August 1st, 2017 through May 31st, 2018. 1 count of a molestation of a child, a Class 2 felony alleged to have occurred on August 1st, 2017 through May 31st of 2028. And then 2 more counts of sexual conduct with the minor. A Class 2 felony alleged to have occurred on August 1st, 2016 through 2017. 1 count going August 1st, 2016 to May 31st, 2017, and then another count of sexual conduct with a minor. A Class 2 felony August 1st, 2017 through May 31st, 2018. And then 3 counts of child abuse, Class 4 felonies. The date of offense of August 1st, 2017 through May 31st, 2018. August 1st, 2019 through May 31st, 2020, August 1st, 2020 through May 31st, 2021, August 1st, 2022 through May 31st, 2023.
Wood chipper.
Aggravated assault, August 1st, 2021 through May 31st, 2022. Molestation of a child, Class 2 felony, August 1st, 2022 through May 31st, 2023. And molestation of a child, a Class 2 felony, August 1st, 2022 through May 31st of 2023. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You will have an arraignment hearing on February 4th at 8:30. The grand jury warrant. Were you in DOC custody or no?
No, and I just want to say that I didn't know anything about this.
Well, this was just, I will go into that in a second. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold
so I
that
need
thought.
to I have to edit this
Hold that thought, Predator.
because it looked, the way that it read, I
effort.
thought he was in DOC custody.
I didn't know nothing about
So I have to edit some things out, okay? So
oldest line in the
I
book.
have,
He didn't know about it. He had no clue. This is news to him.
okay.
Playing those old Scooby-Doo. Hmm?
I'll let you know when I'm ready. I just had to.
We'll go and do some. We'll do some toilet flushes for good measure.
Okay, the order should be correct now. So the grand jury warrant issued a bond in the amount of a secured appearance bond in the amount of $75,000.
Yeah.
This was filed on, it looks like, well, it was signed on August 13th of 2024. If you are able to post bond, you will be released to pretrial services on electronic monitoring, where you are not to initiate any contact with the alleged victims or any minors, and you cannot possess any weapons, and if there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment, you have to comply with those orders.
Okay.
So I believe that and if you are able to post bond, you must comply with your release conditions. If you fail to comply or you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Any bond posted will be forfeited. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that takes care of everything that we can do here this evening. The officer is going to give you your paperwork.
Okay.
Hey, so that girl, that her audio went out.
Mr. McGinnis is a house call.
Who is she?
Mr. McGinnis is a house call.
For those of you that know what I'm talking about, cop's gonna tell. Yeah, they're gonna tell. Definitely they are. Now he's not gonna get released. His bond was $75,000.
So for the house call, do we have a reason why he's a house call?
Hey, thank you for the follow, user. Highly appreciate it.
We have, he's unstable for GP.
Okay.
He ain't going to GP.
Mr. Scott McGinnis, date of birth August 19th, 1983, is here for 3 warrants out of Surprise Municipal Court. He's unable to function within the general population, so he is not present with us in person. He will not be getting a court-appointed attorney as he's not entitled to one due to the nature of the offense. He will have an arraignment hearing on February 25th at 1:30 for all 3 matters. I am going to release him on his own recognizance. I will meet with him virtually. If any changes are needed, I will make those changes either in writing or on the record. The 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar stands in recess until 11 p.m. Did number 30 get moved to another calendar? Number 30, did it get moved to another calendar?
Oh, he will. But you need to put on the record for this one, and then it's going to be...
First, I have to do number 30 on the record?
Yeah, you just saying that he's in the hospital and can move to another one.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so we're still on the record? Okay, so Mr. Cody Torresdorf is not appearing in person as he had to leave the facility for medical attention. He will be moved to another calendar after he receives the medical attention. Now this concludes the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar.
And he's taking the iPad back to do the house call, right?
Yeah. So that we are concluded. Yeah, so you just...
Hey, what's up, Jenna? How's it going? Lotus. Do you ever close this court? Do they ever close it? No, they run it. They run it. They do 8 hearings a day. I think 8 hearings a day in a 24-hour period. Hey guys, so I want to say something. So it's it's all fun, joking and whatnot. But man, I hate this last part right here when we get to the last part of the court and they start saying like these heinous crimes that these adults be committing. It's a real eye opener. I don't know how you guys feel or who you guys have around your kids, but I have a 6-year-old daughter, and if she's not with me, she's with my wife, because you never know, like even family members or like people at school, teachers, police officers, judges, you don't know, like they're predators and stuff, which is scary. It's super scary. Especially, if you have like really, really young kids where they can't protect themselves. We got a 6-year-old, she's a little girl, and like sometimes, she wants to go play outside. And whenever she goes outside, I go out there. I'll be out there with her, watching her just to make sure, because you never know. There might be that neighbor that's watching, that's just waiting for that right opportunity, and you never know. And I'm not willing to risk it, just because I don't have time or because I don't want to do it. It's a scary world out there, and it's hard to explain. Sometimes she'll tell me like, hey, like she'll ask me, Papa, can I go up the street to play with the kids, with the neighbor kids? And I'm like, nah, you can't go unless I go with you. If I go with you, I gotta have two eyes on you to make sure like, everything's on the up and up, because you never know. Like all that going to people's houses, sleeping over, that's out the window. It's not going to happen. No way, no how. All that sleepovers, no way. Not today, not tomorrow, and probably not until she's 21. But that's just me, like, when I hear things like that, those are the type of things that go, through my mind. It's scary, definitely not, nothing to laugh about. I know I do joke a lot about a lot of people, especially when they look like they stuck their finger in an electrical socket and they electrocuted themselves and their hair is all the way out here. But yeah, man, it's you got kids, you got to protect them and listen to what they say and pay attention to the way people act around them, because you never know. You never know what they're up to. Everybody, these people, they're out here for the long game. They'll wait 5, 10, 15 years, just for that right moment to be able to do their thing. Recently, maybe like 2 weeks ago, I was watching these border patrol hearings in Kentucky, and there was this one dude that he did some awful things to his niece and nephew, and he said that he waited for his sister to go on vacation for him to do whatever he was gonna do. And it was like, man, just hearing that coming out of his mouth is like, man, it's just why why is your mind so perverted that you want to do something to a child? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. So I sit in to a lot of these parole board hearings, and some of the things that come out of their mouths is just like, man, it just leaves me scratching my head. Like why? Like there was this one dude that was a trucker talking about he was lonely and like nobody ever touched him. Man, nobody touched you because you're disgusting. You probably never showered, probably don't brush your teeth, and you don't know how to communicate with people. And then he goes and he victimizes this child, and it's like, man, like why? It makes no sense. Anyhow, on that note, I am Collect Call James. You are watching You Have a Collect Call From. And always remember, protect your kids at all costs. Keep an eye on them. You just never know. You know, sometimes, you know, like I said, family members, moms, dads, and, you know, cousins, brothers. But sometimes it could even be your partner. That might be the predator. You just don't, you never know. Straight up. Anyhow, I'll be back at 10 o'clock. So we'll be back in 2 hours and 5 minutes. Go ahead and make sure you hit that follow button. It's free 99, doesn't cost you anything. And like I say around here, don't be a Mr. Krabby Patty. Don't be a Scrooge McDuck. The brown Steve Harvey. Get it right. Thanks again for the content. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome, Leslie, everybody. Man, I'll be back. And like I said around here, you are watching you have a collect call from, and like a candle in the wind. Life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, we're out of here. Rato. Hey, and don't forget, you guys said you were going to comment on some of my videos. So check out the profile, find the video, comment on it, and repost it. Highly appreciate it. Trying to get into the algorithm, trying to turn this into something so I could be here all day, every day. I don't have to go to work no more because, man, I hate it. I hate going to work, waking up, going to work, man. It's not for me, man. This is my dream. It's my dream. This is why my mom came to this country, for me to do this. And you can make that happen for me. All right. And with that being said, I'm out. Rato. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and part ways, and you guys have a good one. All right. I'll keep the stream up if you guys want to hang out, and then I'll be back and I'll come back at 10. Let me see here.